Welcome on Quiz Patente C in English. Esame ministeriale scheda number 5. Study with Maui the teacher. Let's begin with the quiz. Secondo il regolamento 561/2006 CE, il conducente dopo 6 periodi di guida può effettuare un riposo ridotto di almeno 24 ore consecutive, purché le restanti ore di riposo vengano recuperate entro la fine della terza settimana. And the number one, the right answer is vero. It says, according to Regulation 561, 2006 CE, the driver, after 6 driving periods, may take a reduced rest of at least 24 consecutive hours, provided that the remaining hours of rest are recovered by the end of the 3rd week. And the number one is vero, because that is what the law 561/2006 CE obligates us to do. So that's why the number one, the answer is vero. Number two. Dopo un periodo di guida di 4 ore e mezza, il conducente deve osservare un periodo di riposo di almeno 50 minuti consecutivi. And the number two, the right answer is falso. It says, after driving a period of 4.5 hours, the driver must observe a rest period of at least 50 consecutive minutes. Number two is falso, because it is 45 minutes. Okay? It is 45 minutes, not at least 50 consecutive minutes. So that's why the number two is falso. Very good. 3. Se il veicolo è dotato di cronotachigrafo digitale, i dati dell'attività lavorativa del conducente non possono essere trasferiti su altro dispositivo. And the 3 is falso. It says, if the vehicle is equipped with a digital tachograph, the driver's work activity data cannot be transferred to another device. And the 4 is falso. Why? Because it can be transferred to another device. Very good. That's why the 3 is falso. Okay? Very good. Number 4. I fogli di registrazione dei cronotachigrafi analogici devono essere di tipo omologato. Number 4 is vero. It says, the recording sheet of analog tachograph must be of an approved type. Yes, it is vero. If it is not the approved type, it is not allowed to be used. So the 4 is absolutely vero. Okay, very good. Make sure you like the video and you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you are new to the YouTube channel. Very good. Let's proceed to the next, number 5. It says, passando dalla guida di un veicolo munito di cronotachigrafo analogico, A uno munito di cronotachigrafo digitale non è necessario conservare il foglio di registrazione. And then number five, of course, the answer is falso. It says when switching from driving a vehicle equipped with an analog tachograph to one equipped with a digital tachograph, it is not necessary to keep the registration sheet. Number five is falso because you have to keep it, okay, in case there is a control. So the five is falso. 6. In presenza del segnale raffigurato, i conducenti di veicoli pesanti che viaggiano a pieno carico devono ridurre sensibilmente la velocità per evitare eccessive sollecitazioni ai organi di sospensione. And the six is vero. It says, in the presence of this sign, drivers of heavy vehicles traveling at full load most significantly, they have to reduce their speed to avoid excessive stress on the suspension component. And the six is vero because this is a road with potholes. So when you do not reduce your speed, it will spoil or it will affect the suspensions of the vehicle very quickly. That's why the six is vero. 7. Il pannello raffigurato può essere sostituito da una bandiera di colore rosso delle dimensioni di 50 per 50 centimetri. And the number 7 is falso. It says the panel shown can be replaced by a red flag measuring 50 times 50 centimeters. The 7 is falso because this is a sign placed at the back of vehicles that are actually working on the road. So the 7 is falso. Number 8. Il pannello a sfondo verde con impressa in nero la lettera D può essere posto su veicoli di massa complessiva a pieno carico superiore a 7,5 tonnellate che trasportano prodotti per uso medico. And the number 8 is vero. It says the green background panel with the letter D printed in black can be placed on vehicles with a total weight exceeding 7.5 tons, which transport product for medical use. And the answer is vero because the vehicle that has the letter D behind with the background black, it is for vehicles that transport medical product. So the 8 is vero. 9. Il segnale raffigurato preavvisa ai autocarri di spostarsi sulla corsia di destra per superare un ostacolo. And the 9 is falso. It says the sign shown warns or alert trucks to move into right lane to pass an obstacle. The 9 is falso because number 1, there is no obstacle. Number 2, this sign is just an advice for the trucks or the vehicles with trailers to pass on the right side. That's why the 9 is falso. Study with Marvin the teacher. 10. L'autorizzazione CEMT per trasporti merci in conto terzi non liberalizzati svolti al di fuori dell'ambito UE o SEE deve trovarsi in fotocopia a bordo del veicolo durante il trasporto. And the 10 is falso. It says the champed authorization for the transport of goods on behalf of third parties not liberalized, carried out outside the AU or EEA must be kept in photocopy on board of the vehicle during transport or transportation. So the 10 is falso. Why is it falso? Because you don't need the copy, okay? But what you need is what? Is the original. So that is why the 10 is falso. Very good. Number 11. Fuori dei centri abitati, anche di giorno, è facoltativo presegnalare, mediante il segnale di pericolo, un carico accidentalmente caduto sulla carreggiata che non può essere visto nettamente a 100 metri di distanza, purché il carico occupi una sola corsia. The 11 is false. It says outside the city, even during the day, it is optional to pre-warn with a danger sign a load accidentally falling on the carriageway that cannot be clearly seen from 100 meters distance, provided that the load occupies only one lane. Now, the answer is false because in the city, we are not supposed to use the segnale mobile di pericolo. Okay? It is only outside of the city that segnale mobile di pericolo is used when there is a load that falls on the road to signal the dangerous area. So the 11 is falso for that reason. 12. Dopo un incidente stradale, se il veicolo coinvolto crea pericolo o intralcio può essere lasciato sulla carreggiata per al massimo un'ora dopo l'evento. 12 is falso. It says, after a road accident, if the vehicle involved creates danger or obstruction, it can be left on the roadway for a maximum of 1 hour after the event. And the 12 is false because if there is a road accident and the vehicle is causing obstruction, the vehicle must be removed as soon as possible from the road so that the other vehicles in circulation can keep passing on the road. That is why the 12 is falso. 13. Quando si monta la ruota di scorta non bisogna serrare i dadi a fondo per non danneggiarne il filetto. 13 is falso. It says when fitting the spare wheel, do not tighten the nuts completely to avoid damaging the thread. So the 13 is false because you have to tighten the nuts very, very well when you have changed a wheel. So 13, the answer is false. 14. La velocità massima consentita dal limitatore ad un autobus deve essere di 80 km orari. 14 is false, so it says The maximum speed allowed by the speed limiter on a bus must be 80 kilometers per hour. And the 14 is falso because there are diverse speed limits, okay, on buses. So 14 is falso. And that of the autobus on autostrada is 80, it is 100 kilometers per hour. Meanwhile, on extra urban road is 80 kilometers per hour. So the 14 is falso. 15. Nel caso di un mezzo d'opera, la massa complessiva a pieno carico di un veicolo isolato a tre assi non può superare le 40 tonnellate. And the 15 is falso. It says, in case of a work vehicle, the total weight of a three-axle isolated vehicle cannot exceed 40 tons. 15 is falso because it cannot exceed 33 tons. That is why the 15 is falso. So it is not 40 tons, but it cannot exceed 33 tons. That is why the 15 is absolutely falso. 16. Ogni veicolo a motore o complesso di veicoli, compreso il relativo carico, deve potersi inserire in una corona circolare di raggio esterno 12,50 metri e raggio interno 5,30 metri. And the 16 is vero. It says every engine vehicle or combination of vehicles, including its load, must be able to fit into a circular ring with an external radius of 12.50 meters and an internal radius of 5.30 meters. So the 16 is absolutely vero. Okay, very good. 17. In un veicolo pesante, lo specchio retrovisore grandangolare consente di allargare l'angolo di visibilità controllato dal retrovisore principale. 17 is vero. It says, in heavy vehicle, the wide angle back view mirror allows you to widen the angle of visibility controlled by the main back view mirror. 17 is vero because in heavy vehicles, the wide angle review mirror allows you always to widen the angle of visibility. So actually you see in a wider way. Okay, that's what it means. So 17 is vero. 18. Il trasporto di materie in polvere con una cisterna è meno problematico rispetto al trasporto di sostanze liquide. And the 18 is vero. It says transporting powdery substances with a tanker is less problematic than transporting liquid substances. 18 is vero. Why? Because powder in a tank does not move like the liquid in a tank. Okay? Because a liquid in the tank moves more, and by moving a lot, it easily unbalances the vehicle. That is why the 18 is vero. 19. Nell'impianto di frenatura pneumatico il distributore duplex non è montato sulle motrici dotate di freni pneumo-idraulici. And the 19 is falso. It says, in the pneumatic braking system, the duplex distributor is not mounted on tractors equipped with pneumatic hydraulic brakes. So the 19 is falso. Why is the 19 falso? It is falso because è posizionato the duplex distributor. Now, the pneumatic braking system è posizionato tra il distributore e duplex e il servo deviatore modulato. Okay, that is why the 19 is falso. 20. Make sure you like the video and you study with Marwin the teacher. Il servo distributore è dotato di una valvola di ritenuta, una di scarico e una di missione. 20 is vero. It says the servo distributor is equipped with a check valve, an exhaust valve, and an inlet valve. So the 20 is of course vero. There's not much to explain here because the servo distributor has the check valve, the exhaust valve, and the inlet valve. That is why the 20 is vero. 21. Il motore a scoppio funziona aspirando e comprimendo una miscela di aria e benzina. 21 is vero. It says the internal combustion engine works by sucking in and compressing a mixture of air and petrol. 21 is vero. That is what goes on in an internal combustion engine. So 21 is vero. 22. La frizione si dice innestata quando il pedale che la comanda è premuto a fondo dal conducente. 22 is falso. It says the clutch is said to be engaged when the pedal that controls it is pressed down fully by the driver. The 22 is falso because the clutch is said to be engaged when il pedale che la comanda è sollevata. So when the pedal is actually lifted, not when the pedal is pressed down. So the 22 is falso. 23. Se il rendimento di un motore aumenta, anche il suo consumo specifico di combustibile cresce. 23 is falso. It says, if the efficiency of an engine increases, its specific fuel consumption also increases. 23 is absolutely falso because if the efficiency of the engine increases, it means il combustibile diminuisce rather. Okay, the consumption also actually diminuisce. Okay, so actually decrease. So that's why the 23 is falso. Number 24. La frizione è posta tra il cambio e l'albero di trasmissione. And the 24, of course, the answer is falso. It says the clutch is located between the gearbox and the drive shaft. The 24 is falso because the clutch, which is the frizione, è posizionato tra il motore e il cambio, which is between the engine and the gearbox. So that is why the answer is falso. Very good. Number 25. Il motore diesel prevede l'uso delle candele che generano la scintilla che fa scendere il gasolio. 25 is falso. It says the diesel engine uses spark plugs that generate the spark that ignites the diesel fuel. So 25, the answer is falso because iniezione può essere ad iniezione diretta. That is why the 25, the answer is falso. Very good. 26. Il radiatore è uno scambiatore di calore liquido-aria. 26 is vero. It says the radiator is a liquid heat exchanger. 26 is vero because the radiator actually produces what? Heat by the air, okay? So that's why the 26 is vero. 27. Gli pneumatici tubeless sono più pericolosi di quelli con camera d'aria. 27 is falso. It says the tubeless tires are more dangerous than the tubed ones. 27 is falso because actually the tires with tube are even more dangerous than the one without tube. So 27 is falso. 28. Il battistrada deve avere per legge uno spessore minimo degli intagli di 1,6 mm su tutta la sua superficie. 28 is vero. It says, by law, the thread must have a minimum groove thickness of 1.6 millimeters across its entire surface. And the 28 is vero. That is what the law allow us, and it makes all the wheels or the tread of the vehicles that are heavier than 3.5 tons groove thickness to be 1.6 millimeters across the entire surface. So 28 is vero. 29. In uno pneumatico tubeless la valvola è fissata al cerchio. 29 is vero. It says in a tubeless tire the valve is fixed to the rim, and the 29 is vero, of course. Number 30. Se il veicolo è in situazione di aquaplaning, la prima cosa da fare è diminuire la velocità. 30 is vero. It says, if the vehicle is in aquaplaning condition, the first thing to do is to reduce the speed. The answer is vero, because if you do not reduce the speed, the aquaplaning will actually make the vehicle lose control. So the 30 is vero. 31. La massima forza frenante applicabile all'autoveicolo è pari al suo peso aderente. Number 31 is vero. It says the maximum braking force applicable to the vehicle is equal to its adhering weight. The 31 is vero because it is the weight of the vehicle that also support the braking force. Okay, so 31 is absolutely vero. 32. Nei impianti di frenatura pneumo-idraulici deve essere presente un miscelatore per l'aria e l'olio. 32 is falso. It says in pneumatic hydraulic braking systems, there must be a mixture for air and oil. So the 32 is falso. Why? Because perché l'aria compressa viene inviata dal distributore ai convertitori. Okay? So number 32 is falso. Number 33. Nei impianti di frenatura ad aria compressa il regolatore di pressione non è necessario se il veicolo è dotato di sospensioni pneumatiche. 33 is falso. It says in compressed air braking systems, the pressure regulator is not necessary if the vehicle is equipped with air suspension. The answer is falso because the pressure regulator is always necessary. Okay, so 33 is falso. 34. Le sospensioni ad acqua devono essere integrate con liquido antigelo durante la stagione fredda. 34 is falso. It says water suspensions must be supplemented with antifreeze during the cold season. And the 34 is falso. Why? Because the water suspensions must not be supplemented with the antifreeze during the cold season. Okay? Because it will not freeze. That's why the 34 is falso. 35. Sui veicoli pesanti dotati di doppio assale posteriore, l'assale anteriore non è dotato di sospensioni. 35 is falso. It says on heavy vehicles equipped with a double back axle, the front axle is not equipped with suspension. 35 is falso because they are all equipped with suspensions. So 35 is falso. 36. L'accensione della spia indicata in figura può essere provocata dall'uso prolungato del veicolo a velocità costante. 36 is falso. It says the warning light shown in the figure may come on if the vehicle is used for a long time at a constant speed. The answer is falso because this is just the liquid or the level that shows the heat of the coolant. That is why the 36, or the temperature of the coolant. That's why the 36 is falso. 37. Un autoveicolo di massa a pieno carico superiore a 7,5 tonnellate deve essere equipaggiato con dispositivi omologati atti a ridurre la nebulizzazione dell'acqua sollevata dalle ruote in caso di pioggia. 37 is vero. It says an engine vehicle with a gross weight exceeding 7.5 tons must be equipped with approved devices to reduce the mist of water raised by the wheels in the event of rain. And the answer is vero, of course. Those vehicles which are heavier than 7.5 tons are always equipped with approved device to reduce the mist of water raised by the wheels in the event of rain. So 27 is vero. 28. Prima di partire, il conducente deve telefonare in azienda e ottenere l'autorizzazione all'inizio del viaggio. 38 is falso. It says before leaving, the driver must call the company and obtain authorization to begin the journey. 38 is falso because you don't need to call the company before you begin the journey. Very good. Number 39. Per mantenere il veicolo in buone condizioni occorre non viaggiare in condizioni di sovraccarico. 39, of course, it is vero because it says to keep the vehicle in good condition, it is necessary not to travel in overloaded conditions. Vero, because when the vehicle is overloaded, first of all, when the police stops you, they will give you a sanction. Secondly, it's going to spoil the suspensions of the vehicle. So 39 is vero. Very good. The last question, which is the number 40, please like the video, subscribe, study with Marvin the teacher. Let's proceed. Per il trasporto di merci pericolose devono essere utilizzati veicoli idonei allo specifico uso e, qualora il trasporto sia effettuato in cisterna, la stessa deve essere conforme alle prescrizioni delle norme ADR. And the 40 is vero. It says, for the transport of dangerous goods, vehicles suitable for the specific use must be used. If the transport is carried out in tank or in a tank, the tank must comply with the requirements of the ADR regulations. And the answer is vero. Thank you for watching up to the end. Why is the answer vero? It is vero because the ADR driving license or certificate, it deals with transportation of dangerous goods in tanks. So the answer is vero. Thank you for watching up to the end. Like the video and subscribe. Study with Marvin, the teacher.